So welcome everyone to tonight's class. So tonight we're going to be doing Pilates for strength. So you will need either light weights or cans or a band. I am wearing shoes for this. It is optional, but I'd recommend if you need some more ankle stability, definitely put some shoes on just for your alignment. And we're going to start with a warm-up today. So we're going to start just lifting one leg and then shifting to the other side. So really focus here on balance while you're shifting and really try to pause for a moment here as you hold and really try to feel that stability kick in. And then start to add your breath as you tick-tock side to side. So it's inhale and then exhale. And notice which side feels a little stickier, like it takes a little bit more just to get in there here. And then once you're feeling like you got the groove, we're gonna add the opposite arm. Actually, it's not the opposite arm, it's the same arm to the same leg. So breathe in and then exhale, hold. Start to turn on the core, so start to draw in through the belly here. Really feel the length as you stretch your arm all the way overhead and try to bring the leg up a little bit further if you can. Take a breath in. Good, and a breath out. Two more here. So breathe and reach and lengthen, and exhale. Good, from here, both arms are gonna come all the way up here. We're gonna sink down just a little bit. So you're gonna bend your knees as if you're gonna sit back in a chair. And from here, we're gonna bring the arms in, and you're gonna push the elbows all the way back, and then you're gonna bring them out to the sides, and then straight up. So it goes inhale, pull them back. Exhale, bring them up to shoulder height. Good, inhale, bring them all the way back as you exhale, breathe in. So it's like one long exhale, side, inhale. So it's almost like you're doing a little bit of a circular motion here happening from the shoulders. Reach those arms forward, bring those elbows in, out to the sides here to shoulder height, and then stretch long. We're gonna do two more, just like this. Inhale, bring those arms all the way up. Stretch those arms forward. Last one here. Elbows come right back. Bring them all the way up to shoulder height. Stretch them all the way up. Now one arm at a time here, and you're gonna do a little bit of a pulse through the knees. So keep it small, and you're just swinging those arms, inhaling, exhaling, switch. So shift that weight right back into the heels. Try to get into the shoulders as well, and draw in through the core. So you're sinking it down, lowering, and then come up. Breathe in, exhale. So really good here to help with mobility through the shoulders. And we're just gonna try a couple more. Breath in, exhale. Breathe in, and exhale. One more. Inhale here, and exhale back. From here, hands are just gonna come onto the hips here, and we're just gonna tap out to the side, tap in, tap back, and in. Side, in, tap, and in. Now, a little more challenging, you can lift your opposite arm all the way up, and you may want to hold your weight or your can for this. And you're just holding the arm forward here. Tap to the side, tap in, tap back, and in. Now, a little more advanced, you can really sink it lower. Really try to reach that arm overhead. You're gonna feel a lot of work here happening if you are holding any weight. Make sure it's not too heavy, and really keep that knee bend here small here. I'm just dropping my weight, a little too tough for me tonight. So here we go, breath in, breath out. Tap it back and in. So squeeze the glutes as well. So right now, that opposite glute here that's just staying stabilized is really working hard to keep you balanced and keep all of this work here happening. So we're gonna try two more here on this side. Side and in. One more time back, breath in. Now from here, you're just gonna bring the knee up, stretch it up, stretch the knee back, tap it down. Slowly bring the leg up, bring the knee up, slowly tap it down. You can try it with the weight again if you want. So bring it up slowly, bring it down with control. So the idea here is that you're lifting that knee all the way up and then slowly sinking it down. So I'm still making sure here that I'm drawing my belly in so I'm not using my low back, because the low back will want to kick in. but I'm focusing here on the work coming here again from that stabilizing glute. Reach the arm up, sink the leg back. Few more here. Reach it up, breath in. Exhale, slowly back. Inhale up. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift it up. Try to bring that knee up as high as it will go. Think of balance here. Reach it up, engage through the abdominals, lower down, and one more up, and lower. Now bring the leg out to the side, slowly turn that foot out just a little bit here. So this one's gonna be a little more stretched because we're gonna sink down into it and then come back to center. Sink down, back to center. Now if you want a little more of a stretch for the inner thigh, you can actually lift the heel and play around with how wide you get into the stretch here. So think of posture back nice and straight and down, or you can keep the foot down and get into a little bit more of a lunge position here. You're still gonna use that arm, but this time we're gonna swing it up. So I have one knee bending, one leg straight, and then squeeze the glute here. Inhale, exhale up. Breathe in, or if you want more of a stretch, and up. So getting into the groin here, but still working those quads. Keep it smaller here if it's too much for the knees. So think of a very smaller knee bend. If you want this more advanced, go a little bit lower and up. And sorry, I didn't demo with the band. So if you have the band, your options would be under the foot. And you're gonna extend the arm as you come up and then lower the arm. So it looks like this. Or if your heel is lifted, up. Breathe in. Also depends on that length of the band, whether or not here you're actually, it will determine if it's a short band, it's a lot harder for the shoulders. We're just gonna try a couple more, sink really down into it, squeeze those glutes. Feel the power here through the legs and back up. Let's try two more. Inhale up, exhale, squeeze, and lower, and up. You're gonna hold it down here, hold, and just circle the arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep stretching that arm all the way out, good. And release it down. Okay, going into our tap. So other side here, and we're just gonna start here with the opposite arm, reaching up to the ceiling, either weight or no weight. And we're just tapping to the side and then in. Tap and in. Side. So slight bend here through that stabilizing leg. Out to the side, back in. If it's too much work with the weight, you can drop the weight down. Inhale here. Exhale. Now another option, if you have the band and you just want to do a little work here for the shoulders, you can always add a pull with the arms, release at center. Back and pull, release. But really focus here on the legs and the glutes working. So as you're tapping here into the side, back to center, lower back, and center. Side, back in, lower back, and center. Keep that chest lifted. And that opposite arm, if you want, if not, you can keep the arms down as well. Go a little lower if you want this a little more challenging. Tap it back and center. Couple more here, back in. Think chest lifted. Really squeeze those glutes. Breathing in and breathing out. A lot of work here happening for those glutes. Ease out of it if it's too much, so only slight bend through the knees. Couple more here on the side, back to center. Lower and in, side, back in. One more and in, good. Slowly coming all the way up, bringing that knee up. So you can grab that weight if you want here, and then slowly bending down. Slowly pull everything in, engaging through the core, and then slowly back. Good. So if you have that weight, you're holding the weight coming up here, and then slowly back. So try to drag everything in, and then drag everything out. You can also hold onto a wall here if you're finding it's too tough with that balance. Really using that breath here. Squeeze, pull it all in. Lift and open up the heart here. Bend the knees, stretch it back. Couple more, breath in, up. Exhale back. So notice what side here is a little more challenging. Tap it back. Feel the shake through those legs. Lift it up and hold. Slowly back. Let's try 2 more here. Slowly lower and extend. 1 more, pull it up. Draw in through that core, stretch it right back. Good, from here you're gonna bring that leg out to the side, either parallel or toe is gonna be up and you're digging into the heel. And then from here, we're just gonna bend into this and then stretch it up here. So it's bend and stretch. Breathe in, breathe out. Or you're keeping that toe into the floor. You can also use that band here under the foot. And you're really thinking here of squeezing those glutes. Lower and up. So if you have the band, ideally you want to come to about shoulder height here. But if the band is too much resistance, you can try to loosen it up if it's long enough. If it isn't, then just bring the arm up to where you feel like you can without forcing it. If you want to get a little more into that groin here, you can try to really get deeper into that. So breathe in, exhale. Good, inhale. Just change the movement here a little bit with the arms. Just if you have the band, this is a little bit better of a groove until you don't step on it anymore, and then it'll go flying. Good, inhale, exhale. Breathe in, breathe out. Think of keeping that chest lifted here, engage through that core, squeeze the glutes. Couple more here on this side. 3, go a little bit lower, extend up. 2, and just 1 more breath in, and up. All right, slowly from here, get rid of your band. And we're gonna come into a really, really wide squat here. So for this next one here, we're just gonna do some rotation, and then we're gonna add an arm lift. So we're gonna rotate to one side, so it's gonna look like this. Arms are straight, we're gonna twist to one side, bring the arms all the way down, and then right arm is gonna lift, left arm. Twist, bring both of them down, right and left. So some ideas here to make this more challenging. You might wanna grab your weights, your light weights here. You can bend and go lower for the legs as well. So if you want this more advanced, go lower through the legs. One arm comes up, other arm comes to meet it. You're going the same direction each time. So don't worry if you're not in sync with me. Just one arm at a time here. Twist to the side, getting into those obliques. Roll the arms down and back. One arm comes up. And I'm doing this with thumbs up towards the ceiling here. Breathe and lower. Go lower with the legs if you want more of a challenge. Easier, come up. And you don't even have to go down into a squat. You can just do the arms only. Arm comes up. Meet it with the other. Side and roll. Good. One arm at a time here. Think of weight in the back here of the body. We're going to try just a couple more, and then we're going to switch sides. Twist. Roll it down. Breathe in. Try to think leaning back against that invisible wall behind you. Last one before we switch it to the other side. Roll it down. Slowly, arms come up. Other side here. Roll it back. Inhale. So try to lift the opposite arm first this time from whatever side you did before. Oh, I did both arms. So don't listen to me at all. That time, brain wasn't paying attention here. One at a time. There we go. Breathe in. Exhale. Lost my focus. So easy to do. Thumbs are up. Roll it down. Opposite arm. Meet it with the other. A little more easier. Ease up out of the squat here. One arm at a time. Connecting with my core. So draw abdominals in and up. And only bring those arms up to about shoulder height here. Slowly down. We're going to try one more each time. To the side. Roll it down. Now from here, just pulse it up slow. Add the legs if you want a little bit more of a challenge. Sink it right down. Breathe. Deep breath in here. Deep exhale. Keep those arms really reaching. Go lower with those legs. Bring the arms out to the side. Circle it here. 8, 7, 6, 5. Keep going low. 4, 3, 2. Reverse it other way slowly. 1. Keep pulsing those legs. 2, 3. Keep it easier and higher up. If you don't want the challenge with the legs, or if the knees are causing issues, bring it out slightly in front. 8 pulses here, then you're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep it small. 7. Hold it. Breathe in. Bring yourself all the way in for a hug. We're doing 4 of these hugs. Reach it out. 1. Breathe in. Reach it out. 2. Opposite arm on top this time. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale. Reach it out. 1 more big hug here. And then extend all the way out. Amazing. Walk the legs in. Get rid of your little weights. We're going to roll it down to the floor. So slowly from here, keep your band and weights close to you. We're going to inhale, bring both arms up. And then we're going to exhale, roll it down. My mat's not straight here, which always drives me crazy. And then roll it or walk it slowly all the way out. Now from here, we're going to go into a bit of a plank variation. So beginner, you're on the knees. And from here, we're going to tap out to the side, out to the side. So this is beginner option here. Now, if this is way too much for the wrist, you can also do this standing against the door, tapping out to the side. Level 2, you're out here in your high plank, and we're just tapping and bringing the arms in. So you're going to try to hold those hips so they're completely stable here. Thinking those hip bones as headlights, shining straight ahead. Or I'm going to show you the modification standing here. So you're standing and you're just tapping out to the side here. Shifting your weight, getting into the shoulders, and you can even try it lifting one leg. So that's another option here. I don't even know if you can see my arms here from where the camera is, but hopefully you can. Okay, we're going to try 2 more of these. Deep breath in and deep exhale. Good, sink all the way down onto the knees here. Sink it all the way back. And take a deep breath in and deep breath out. Slowly from here, we're going to bring ourselves to the knees for some rowing here. So for this rowing exercise, I'm going to give also a modification to not doing it on the knees either. So you're going to tuck your toes under from this next one here. So it's like you're sitting back on the knees. We're going to bring those arms all the way in front, but you're going to lift up a little bit here. And we're just going to bring one arm back, one arm forward. And you're going to add a little bit of a twist. You're going to look back at that shoulder and then center. So modification to this here could be standing, if that's too much on the knees. And you're just going to do a little twist back to center, little twist back to center. Breathe in, exhale. Inhale here, exhale. Twist. You can also even do this seated here, but let me just move my husband's shoes that are just sitting on the chair. How rude. Okay, so you're going to lean forward, twist, center. So that's another option if you're tired here of standing or if it's too much pressure for the knees. All right, rotate back to center. So the whole purpose of that little bit of rotation here is getting into those obliques as well. Now from here, bring the arms all the way up, circle them all the way down, and then reverse deep breath in, reach those arms up, and exhale, circle down. All right, slowly come down onto the stomach, or you're going to stay standing for standing swimming. So So opposite arm and opposite leg. So you're extending opposite arm and leg all the way out. Now depending, you may not want to use any weight. You would only use weight if it's about, it would definitely not be anything more than 2 to 5 pounds, I'd say, for this. Think of length rather than height. Keep the forehead down. Now more advanced, you could go a little bit quicker and try not to let the legs and the arms touch the floor. Think of anchoring those hips down and squeeze the glutes as you extend right and left side. So if you're doing this movement standing, it's opposite arm, opposite leg. Extend. So it's a little bit of a bend through the knees. And you may want to be close to a wall as well if you need some more balance. And you just want to think of working that low back, because what kicks in for this one is a muscle behind here called the multifidus here. So inhale, exhale, and you really want to try to extend just a little bit and shift that weight onto your stabilizing leg so you can try to activate that. Good, keep going here, we got a couple more. Deep breath in, deep exhale. Good, breathe in here and breathe out. Good, the last one here, come all the way down. We're gonna bring ourselves into cat back. You're gonna round to the spine, take a breath in here. Shake the head, no. And nod the head, yes. And slowly from here, we're gonna come into seated. This time, you're gonna grab your band or your weights as well. I'm actually gonna slip my feet or my shoes off, not my feet off, my shoes, just because it's a little more comfortable coming down onto the mat without shoes, but up to you. So from here, you're gonna grab your band and we're just gonna bend those knees. We're gonna take a deep breath in and then you're gonna exhale, roll it down. Nice and slow. Arms come all the way back and all the way over. Now inhale here and then exhale, you're just gonna lift one leg at a time, lower it down, arms come back, other leg lifts and lowers, inhale, lower. Now modification here, the head stays down and just try to lift one leg up at a time as long as it doesn't have any tension on that low back. So more challenging, curl it up and stay up here, hold it up here, breathe in, and you're pulling on the band just slightly, so a little bit more tension, pull, breathe in back to center, exhale, pull, breathe in, lower with control. One more each leg here. Lower down. Now keep that head down if you're having any neck tension at all. And lower. Now bring both knees up. If that's too much, keep the knees down or the feet down and do one knee at a time. Now from here, we're going to extend out and then come back in. Breathe in. Exhale. Other leg extends back and down, and then inhale in. More advanced, nod the chin to the chest. Pull, back to center, breathe in. Exhale, pull. Inhale here. Pull, opposite arm, opposite leg. Engage through that core, chin towards the chest. Good, or the head stays down and you can keep it a lot smaller as well. You don't have to go as low to the floor. Really just trying to engage through those abdominals. So low and upper abs are working here for this. Breathing in and breathing out here. I'm just losing the mic. So keep going here without me. Deep breath in, deep exhale. I just lost the groove here. Hopefully, there we go. Found it. Okay, from here, this time both legs are going to come out. So head can stay down for this one. And then stretch arms and legs back. Breathe in. And then exhale back. Now a little more challenging. Bring the legs apart a little bit wider if you want to try that. If not, Keep those knees together and slightly bent here. Don't fully extend them. Extend and hold. Oh. Breathing in. Keep going here. Deep breath in. Deep exhale. Good. Inhale. And of course, you never have to use the band either. I didn't mention that at the beginning. You can just hug the knees to chest. Exhale. Stretch it out. We're going to try 2 more of these. Breath in. Exhale. Lengthen. And then 1 more. You're going to hold this wherever you are here, and you're going to tap. So beginner, you're either going to tap the knees together. Now, if this is too much, bring the hands down by your sides. More advanced, stretch those arms over the head here. Straighten the legs, and you're just going to tap, tap. Watch that low back. Make sure your low back isn't arching or popping up off the floor. If you'd like to lift the head for this, you can also do that as well. But really focus on that core working and keeping that low back down. Breathing in, breathing out. Couple more here. Inhale, exhale. Deep breath in, deep breath out. Squeeze the glutes, squeeze the low abs. Bend the knees if you need to. We're going to try 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Hug both knees into the chest. Give your low back a really big hug here. Rock it side to side. Lower one leg down to the floor. Hug the other into the chest. Just do a few big open circles. Big sigh out here. And switch legs. Opposite leg. And really big circles through the hips and through the knees. 2 more breaths here. Deep breath in and exhale. All right, from here we're going to roll back over into our 4-point kneeling exercise. So for this next one here, it's going to be a combo of either band or weight, whatever you feel works better for you tonight. Okay, so it is going to be kneeling. I'll demo one that isn't kneeling as well. But beginner kneeling, you're going to use your opposite hand to hold on to the band. Now you are going to be extending the arm out, okay? So keep in mind how much flex you want to give yourself. So one option here is just using your band, all right? And the idea is you're really getting into posterior shoulders, so the back of the shoulders. You can also use a can as well, and up, all right? Now more advanced, you're up on the feet, and we're only doing one side only. So this is more advanced. You're in your high plank here. Now if it's too much completely on the knees, then we're going into standing, just holding one end of your band and then extending arm out to the side and then in. And we're doing the same side over and over here. And you could also use your weight for this. Same side over and over. Slight bend through the knees and hinge through the back. So make sure you're not rounded. So slightly pull it up, out to the side and in. Good. Wherever you are, you're going to do 5 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. You're going to take a break for a second and you're going to do 2 sets of mountain climbers. So do 10, take a break, and then you're going to do 10 more. If you're doing this standing, you're just going to stand, bring the knees up, and you're going to count like this. So each knee is considered 1, 2, okay? So 3, so it's like you're counting it down and double here. Or from here, this is your other option, full mountain climbers. Once you've done 1 set of 10, you're going to drop to the knees here and pull yourself into shell stretch. And we're going to do 1 more set of your 10. So get right back into it. 1, 2, draw those abdominals in 3, 4, 5, or you're doing the standing one, 6, 7, 8, 9, keep that core engaged, 10. All right, from here, drop down to the knees. This time, bring your arms back. If you're doing the standing, you can do the standing shell stretch against a couch or wall, just like this. or a chair even, if it's high enough. But the idea is that you want to get your hands in line with the shoulders. And take a deep breath in here. The other idea is the standing, kind of running mountain climber here. So that's another idea. All right, if you want to try that one out. Okay, we got to do the other side, so the other arm. So whether you're doing this standing or down in 4-point here, so it's the other arm out to the side and then in, or you're kneeling. Exhale, side, breathing in. Side, good, and in. Or you're doing the standing version, which is bending through the knees here, holding one arm fairly straight. I'm just trying to get the right angle here, and then pull the arm out, and then in. Out, and in. This does take a lot of control to try to keep your other arm that's just holding the band still and not want to try to pull it at all. A lot of unilateral work here. Really does help with strength and stability. Couple more, out to the side and in. Side and in. Let's try 4 more. Bring that arm in. 3, 2, and 1 more. All right, we're going into plank. All the way down. So come all the way into shell first. We're not going into plank just a second, but in a few seconds we are. So for plank, you're going to shift your weight forward onto the elbows. Beginner here, you're going to stay on the knees. Or if you're thinking, I'm not doing plank tonight, forget it. I might just want to do cat back or do the opposite arm and leg extension here. So those are some options that you can choose tonight. We are going to do plank for 120. So 1 minute and 20 seconds, either on the knees or on the feet. Starting in 5, 4, 3, 2, come all the way up, engage the abdominals, squeeze the glutes, stabilize down through those elbows, so press those elbows down to the floor. Lift the hips, lift the belly here, squeeze the shoulder blades together slightly, create some space, and just try to focus on something that you can really pour all of your heart and energy into right now. So you can take whatever actual physical attention you're feeling doing this right now, put it into some thoughts, and keep breathing. You're almost there here, so we have about 40 seconds to go. Good work. Keep lifted, keep lengthened. Squeeze the glutes here. Think of length through the crown of the head, or you're on those knees. Whatever works here for you, lift up and out of those elbows. Lift through the belly. We're almost here. We got 20 seconds starting now. Breathe. Keep squeezing. Keep breathing here. We're almost there. We got 10 seconds left. All right, push through it. We're almost there. We got 5 seconds left starting now. 5, 4, 3, 2. All right, drop down. Good work. Stretch those arms forward. And just really allow your forehead to rest all the way to the floor. So move the knees a little bit here so that you're feeling a lot more openness happening through the hips and through the low back and shoulders. And just try to breathe through this here and let it go. Deep breath in and deep exhale. Good, and then slowly come all the way down onto the belly here. So this next one here, we're going to cross those arms all the way out. So you're going to cross one arm over the other. And this is going to feel like a little bit awkward, like you're just kind of putting your weight on it. So you'll just feel a little bit of a stretch here through the low back. So just careful that you're not forcing this. And then you're going to switch sides. So it's like you're making kind of an X with your arms here. And imagine here that you're just grabbing edges of your mat. So if you're not quite on your mat, just try to grab those edges and just take a deep breath in here. And a deep exhale. And bring the arms all the way down and just bring them all the way behind you. And just gently thinking of lifting those shoulders back. And then just tuck those toes so you're stretching out the arches of the feet. So right now I'm just digging my toes into the floor and I'm just pressing my feet towards the opposite wall. Squeeze the glutes. You can also bring the feet closer together to make this more challenging, easier. Move the feet so they're just about hip distance apart. And then if you would like a little bit more, you can interlock your fingers and just gently pull back. You can keep the forehead down or slightly lifted but looking down. Pull those feet all the way down. Try to stretch down into that fascia here. Take a breath in. And then breath out, let it go. Good. Slowly come onto those knees here. You're going to round into your cat. So really take a breath in. Press through the hands. Think of pressing down through your right hand and your left knee. Press down through the right hand and left knee. Almost so much it's going to lift your right knee and your left hand up slightly. Good, release it down. And then left hand down, right knee presses down. So feel that opposite energy from each sides of the body. Connect, press it down. Deep breath in, almost so much that your right hand and left leg are lifted. And then release. And then round into your back here, so chin to chest. Round your spine by really pressing up and under. Tap the toes here. Take a deep breath in. And then exhale, release it all the way out. Good, and then slowly we're gonna roll ourselves all the way down here for some relaxation. And you're just gonna hug the knees to your chest here. Now, if you're close to a wall, you may wanna do legs up a wall. So this is a great pose actually for many things, circulation. It's a restorative pose that they do very often in yoga. So really great for digestion as well. So the idea is if you are near a wall or a couch, that you're just trying to let your legs climb up the wall and you're just gonna try to shimmy your butt as close to that as possible. And just really just try to connect by pressing your back body down or just extend your arms to the side. So whatever feels good for you here. Another restorative option could be just lying down, bringing the soles of the feet together. So that's another option, opening through the groin. Or you may just want to keep the knees bent or the legs extended and hands onto the ribs. Just feeling your breath here. So just slowing it all down. I'm just going to try to find a passage. Here it is. So just close your eyes here. And just find your stillness wherever that may be. And if there's a lot going on around you right now, in the room and space that you're in, that's okay, because there's no such thing as a perfect spot for meditation and relaxation. It's something that is really good for us to learn over time, and with more practice, relaxation and meditation can really happen anywhere. And the more kind of stressful or stimulating environment you're in at the time, if you're able to take a moment to pause out of that, that's amazing. So this passage I'm reading tonight is called Hope. So if you ever carry only one thing throughout your life, Let it be hope. Let it be hope that things can always get better. Let it be hope that you can get through even the toughest of times. Let it be hope that you are stronger than any challenge that comes your way. Let it be hope that you are exactly where you are meant to be right now, and that you're on your path to where you are meant to be. Because during these tough times, hope will be the very thing that carries you through. And slowly just take another few deep breaths in here. And just, you may want to bring your knees to your chest or keep those legs on the wall. Whatever you're feeling. And just rock those knees side to side. And just really give yourself a big, big hug here. Just hug those knees into your chest. And then just hug your arms all the way around you as well. And actually, let's just try this with the legs straight if you're lying down like this. And then just slowly just move side to side here. Just gonna see, you can see what I'm doing here, because I feel like I have a lot of stuff in the way. So one arm is over, and I'm just doing really gentle rotations side to side. So this is also stretching into my lats here, into my back. And then you can do the other arm over and other arm under. So just switch the sides here. Take a breath in and a breath out. And you're going to cross one leg over the other here. And just flex your foot. Now you can also just dig your heel into the floor slightly. And you can lift up into the figure four here and hug underneath. Or you can stay with that leg extended along the floor. You can also rest your head down. Just take a deep breath in here. And then exhale. You're going to release out of that here. Switching legs. Bring that opposite knee forward here, or you're fully letting that leg be extended into that figure four. Whatever feels okay for the low back and for the hips. So hugging underneath the thigh here, take a deep breath in. And then exhale, ease out of that. Let it go. One more breath in here. And then exhale, release. And you're going to slowly move both knees to the floor. Slowly bring yourself up into a seated position here. And then we're going to slowly roll ourselves in and out of this here. And roll yourself just back and forth, taking a breath in and a breath out. And then just slowly growing tall and rising, remembering all that hope that we have within us. It's there. Namaste, everybody.